hit a block, yo, this block. When you at, pin it. My new map location be the block on the app.
Money in company, nah, baby. I don't need no other company. You can't hang, baby. We don't want you around here. Ice on my neck in this froze. Santa's reindeer. You got bad. It's the same here. Bad company, little bro. You can't hang here. Getting money, so the...
Coach, we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Oakland Raiders and the Denver Broncos. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. Here comes Ryan Switzer to return it. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Now on first down. Flush to his right. And some room to work. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
This is Thomas, and he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
On first down, Carr. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it's a second down.
I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Airing one out. It's caught inside the 25. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
Now they face a second and long following the holding penalty. On second down, Lynch busting free and able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Carr now on first down. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. And he's brought down. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 36. To throw his Carr. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. The Raiders into the red zone for the first time. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16.
24.
Into the red zone. It's Carr. Wide open receiver complete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Here we go. Express. Go Chief.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. DeAnthony Thomas with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Raiders drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And that makes the score 7-0. Tavecchio now to kick this one away. Returning it, Carlos Henderson. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. They go play action here on 1st down. And the Raiders have got him.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right at
under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Hey, yo, let's go, right?
From the gun, it's Keenum. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Garyon Conley. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at the 34. On the ground, it's Thomas. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
White Monday, 7:34.
On play action, now Carr. Baldwin with it over the middle. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving.
Here we go.
Carr will come up here with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game.
Get set, go.
Throwing on 1st down is Carr. That's complete. He's got Lynch out of the backfield. And now running right through it. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards. just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. I ended up having a pretty decent ball game. If I had missed him, it would have been a long night.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. But prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game. You know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
Carl try it again on second down. And he comes back with one complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. They'll run with Lynch. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Being chased out left. Touchdown, Raiders.
That was not a designed run. It was supposed to be a pass, but it turned into an exceptional run. What a scramble for a touchdown.
Tavecchio to add the PAT. Tavecchio good on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Tavecchio now to kick this one away. On the return is Henderson. And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Back here with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. We've had the kickoff to begin the first quarter. Now it's time for the second quarter kickoff. And they've got it here with a first down. And Denver getting set to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Now a play fake here on first down. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rashawn Melvin. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They run with Thomas. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
734, 58, 694. Get set.
On play action, it's Carr. And this is caught by Martavis Bryant. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Watch the shift. Hey, watch the shift. Watch the shift. Down. 180. Right down. Express.
First down, the run with Lynch. Able to slither by. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Now Carr throwing on 2nd down. Crowder's got it over the middle. Now he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now.
Here we go.
Carr now, only one pass has hit the ground for him. 10 of 11 thus far. It's 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Carr letting one go deep for the end zone. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
29. Down. 180. It's a hut. That's hut.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Carr. Escaping, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. This is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Doug Baldwin, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. Oh, I was just about to say he had missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. To Vecchio now to kick this one away. On the return is Henderson. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So the Broncos coming out now. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
4 down. Here goes the hot. Right 20. Hot.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to try and go deep again. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll be down deep into Oakland territory. It's a big play. Keenum to Thomas. And even 50 yards. Broncos with their first trip to the red zone thus far. 1st and 10 at the 19.
Mary left. Here goes the hot. Right 20.
From the red zone, it's Keenum. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. A 2nd down carry for Booker. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to Denver right after this. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Three down. Here goes the high. Right 20.
Play action. Now it's Keenum. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. Aaron Lynch. He's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up fourth down. And McManus able to put it through, and that will move the deficit from 20 down to 17. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
And now Oakland ready to take the field.
Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Get set.
They'll start on the ground with Lynch. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Bryant with a catch right side. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. Carr now 13 of 15 passing. That's good for 87%. It's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Carr. Going deep here for Bryant. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And they do get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A gain of 39 that time. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll run for it with Lynch. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Lynch, the lone man in the backfield now on 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle, and he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Marshawn Lynch, as the first half is winding down, and the Raiders add on to their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And a rout is on here in this first half. Tavecchio now to kick this one away. On the return is Henderson. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Keenum now on first down. Looking deep for Demarius. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. Thomas the intended target. And now it's second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Second and 10. Keenum here again. Looking long for Thomas. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Rashaan Melvin. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Raiders out in front. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. On the return is Henderson. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this 3rd quarter. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Garyon Conley. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Brendan Langley there to get him down.
Go. Get set. Alert. 3 down.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Well, Brandon, so much for halftime adjustments. They still can't get anything going on the ground. It may be time to loosen things up and start flinging it around a little bit.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
We got three, fellas. We got 3. Hey, number 2. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. He's coming. We got White.
They do go for it. It's Carr. He's going to air this out for Baldwin, and they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
3 down.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Stepping up. He's going to keep it. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And the Raiders pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He had gained really good yardage, but that's what you tell your quarterbacks, right? Get down after you got the run.
You don't have to prove your toughness. I think that's what a lot of coaches are trying to preach to their guys. Get the yardage, get down, protect the football, and protect yourself from extra hits as well.
All right, get set, fellas.
So after the fumble recovery, it's Carr. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watched that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. Derek Wolfe in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall, and they can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. It certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. Here we go on 4th down with Carr. And Cook has it, left side. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Facing a 4th down, they come away with 18 yards and the 1st down conversion. On 1st down, Carr. And incomplete on the deep ball. The intended target, Doug Baldwin. And it's 2nd down. But one thing's for sure, they're still taking their shots downfield, even with a big lead.
Yeah, I think it's way too early to go into a shell, so I like what they're doing. Continue to take your shots. Continue to be aggressive. It's not their job to slow themselves down.
They fake the handoff. Now Carr. He's going to look deep down the field. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Forced out to his left. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
Again, the offense will stay out there. They've converted once on this drive. What can they do here on 4th down?
Set! 3-19! 3-19! Detroit! Detroit! Over! Shift! Hot! Leopard! Rush in! Hot!
They'll try and throw for it here. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position.
Check that. We got Mike 52 right here.
4 down, 52. 22.
Following the fumble recovery, Keenum. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Tahir Whitehead. Coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Khalil Mack in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Working from the gun, Keenum. And now here is another interception. Picked off at about the 31. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up second and 10. Carr again here on second and 10. He's going to air one out. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first.
And it's caught. Roberts has it for a Raider touchdown. Seth Roberts, his second touchdown on the season. And the silver and black continue to roll. To Vecchio now to kick this one away. And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Running again, and again it's Booker. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
The best offenses and the ones that win are ones that make adjustments. And right now, I think this team needs to open things up.
The Broncos on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 7.
3 down. Here goes the high. Right 20.
A shotgun snap for Keenum. He's going to float this one deep right side. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Rashawn Melvin. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it was against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. They'll try to get something going with Marshawn Lynch. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Now Carr. And complete right side to Cook. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. The Raiders on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
Hey, here we go.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. He completes it to Bryant. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon.
Cover 0. Down.
Carr now on first down. This one caught by Crowder. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Show a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 48-yard line.
Go.
Now a play fake here on first down. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
See, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe he didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch. Is the arm there, the leg's still there? This has been a tough game. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
Tight ends on the Ringo. 6:37. Express. It's a hood.
Carr will try it again on 2nd down. Baldwin with it over the middle. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Doug Baldwin with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Raiders are pouring it on. The lefty Tavecchio now to add the extra point. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Tavecchio now to kick this one away. Very short kick. This will be a hit and a loose football. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
As that ball got away from him and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
Here we go. 10. Down.
Now Thomas. Flashed the stick skills on that run, but then stopped shy of the 35. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
And brought down but not before they're inside the 25. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Carr now on first down. Going to throw deep for the end zone. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
87's mine. Leopard!
Throwing again. Hogan. Flushed out right. Oh, he's got a little daylight. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
The Raiders on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Hurry, get set, fellas.
Carr looking to throw on 3rd and 2. He shakes him off. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And this is Cook with a grab. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal.
Double tight. Hey. Monday, down. 180.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. That he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Marshawn Lynch, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the silver and black continue to roll. Tavecchio to add the PAT. Tavecchio good on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead.
Will kick this one off. Number 11, back to return.
Tavecchio now to kick this one away. This is taken near the 13. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Raiders pick it up. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him.
Ship. 694. Express.
And they'll run it here. Down to the 25. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning.
Purdue, Monday, down. Blue 80.
Throwing on first down is Carr. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And the lead will swell by 1 more.
Oakland is lined up for the kickoff. Number 11, back team to return.
Tavecchio now to kick this one away. It's a very short kick, taken right at the 20. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And Denver getting set to take the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
On 53.
Where's 52?
The drive starts with Devontae Booker. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down.
Get him, boys! Get him, boys! Number 23, the ball carrier. 3 down. 3 down.
Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this.
He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Tight on the right.
Here goes hot. Round 20.
Right back to Booker. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak, not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
My 20.
My 52. Come on, D.
Hey, go, Roger.
On 3rd down, Booker. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the 4th quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production, but how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. And that'll set them back 5. Here's Marquette King now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Carr going to look to throw. On the catch, it's Crowder. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Carr to throw after the play fake to Lynch. He finds his target. It's Crowder. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40.